I know it happened late in the game with Jordan. He looked like he kind of tweaked his back. Just wondering if there's any update or anything about him, how he's doing.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, his back is tightened up on him.
Was this about as professional of a win that you were kind of hoping for out of your guys coming into a night after a 3-game road trip? The first night back can always be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, they had a lot of guys out, and so sometimes those teams are the most dangerous because you're not prepared for it. And, just told them at halftime, let's just be professional, take care of business. And was able to get Darius some rest, get Kawhi some rest. And so that was very important. So, yeah, just being professional. We know they was very, very short-handed, and so just had to take care of business and be professional.
Coach, with a win like this, pretty much jumped on from the beginning. What are the biggest things that you take away from a victory like this?
No, just stay in the course, playing the right way, don't get cute, and so, that was just our message at halftime. But, they started off the game, pretty good, and then was able to tighten up defensively, was able to score the basketball, and so it was a good night for us all around.
Coach, in the era of isolation basketball, your team ranks last in the league with 23 assists a game. Tonight you guys had 30. Before the season began, where did you want to be in terms of assists? And how does sharing the ball not affect just the offense, but the overall team success? Yeah,
I think, you want to be around 28, for us. Having James, who's an ISO player, having Kawhi, and having Zoo, we posted Zoo a lot. And so the biggest thing for me is just playing the right way, hitting the open guy, and making sure we're playing right, And so if Kawhi's an ISO, he has one-on-one, he can get a shot off. James could get a shot off. Zoo can get a shot off. And so you're not going to accumulate a lot of assists playing that way, but we have clear advantages. And so for me, if you can get around 28, for our team, it's pretty good.
And then can you talk to me about how you develop your offensive philosophy in terms of just sharing the ball and which player best embodies what it is that you want to do in terms of sharing the ball?
Yeah, I think, it's got to be a mindset. We played a different style of basketball, with James and Zoo being here. And so now, we just want to make sure we're attacking early, attacking the defenses and just hitting the first open guy and just making a play from there. And so really it's not a remedy. I think we're playing faster, we're advanced passing, attacking early. And then, once we get 2 on the ball, just got to make the right decisions. And so we've been able to do that.
Coach, can you talk about Kobe Sanders, his impact tonight, first half, he had double digits and just finishing strong throughout with his energy throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, he came in, made 3 threes right away, catch and shoot. And like I said, when, he's done a great job this year, but, when he's off the ball and he's able to just, play a secondary ball handler and catch and shoot threes and things like that, that's when he's at his best. And so tonight, that's who he is. A guy can make shots, can drive the basketball, get to his mid-range, pull up. And like I say, all these young guys, they've really gotten better, throughout the course of the season.
What makes Darius's pull-up three in particular as potent as it is?
I don't know.
What allows him to self-create? I've got a lot of things that I see, but I figure out.
Tell me what you see.
He's going to do a top in that first half before he hit one.
Yeah.
He's got deep range on it. He doesn't need a screen sometimes, but other times you can have him pull up out of ball screens, catch and shoots, corners, all that.
Yeah.
So I figure I get your take on it.
That's my take. That's a hell of a take, Law. Thank you, man. I already know, but I thank you. I like what you did with that. Yeah, all that.
Anybody else? Good job.
Hey, Coach, big win tonight.
Thank you.
Portland's only half game back. When does a win like tonight help build momentum for playoff push, getting playoff seeding?
Yeah, it's a huge win for us. Went on the road and lost, 2 tough ones to New Orleans, and so to win that Dallas game and to come back home after a road trip to, play well. We understand Portland's on our heels, and we're fighting trying to get to 7 ourselves. So every win counts, especially this late in the season. With 10 games left now, everything counts. So it's a huge win for us.
Ty, with Darius, that shiftiness obviously is something very hard to guard, but what does that controlled kind of shiftiness look like? Obviously, you had that big turnover in the fourth quarter against Dallas, made up for it obviously with his big play. But what does that shifting is like to coach when he's able to just be so shifty, get wherever he wants very quickly?
Yeah, I've noticed, talking to Rich, Rich Paul, like when guys are so good, they tend to mess around with the game. And so his handle's so good and shifty, and they mess around a lot, and so, he can do it in 1 or 2 dribbles, but, guys now want to snatch back, yank, and all that stuff. So just being under control with it and just being smart with it. And so he can get anywhere he wants to get on the floor and just doing it in less dribbles, and so he's not, messing around as much. But when you're that talented, that's what you tend to do.
He also likes to have fun. He likes to laugh out there and have fun. Like, what is that balance, a conversation like about balancing, having fun, enjoying it, but also, like
Yeah,
not messing
well,
around?
you definitely got to enjoy the game, but like I said, not messing around. Being direct, scoring the basketball, making the right play, and but you got to enjoy the you got to enjoy the game as well.
So there's only 10 games left in the regular season for you guys. What are you looking for out of these last 10 games process-wise? Obviously, I know you want to win every game, but what are you looking for process-wise, building to where, the play-in and then getting into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think, defensively, like getting that identity back, like we definitely, these last 10 games, like defensively, we got to be, on top of our game. I think in the playoffs and, going for these next 10 games, like we're going to be able to score the basketball. Sometimes you're not going to be, if you don't score the basketball, you got to rely on your defense. And so that's got to be our mindset. For me, these last 10 games, just focusing on getting back to our defensive ways and go from there.
Thank you.